Hey, everybody. In here. Welcome. Thanks for joining. I'm a little scrambled this morning. I'm meeting someone for breakfast and took some really sloppy notes for this last chapter. We're on the last chapter today, you guys, of the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, the Law of Legacy. This is a very, very powerful, hey from Norway, and important law to really follow. And we're excited to, bring this book to a close. We have another great series that we're going to be bringing to you guys as soon as this is over. And, the law of legacy, why is this so important? Welcome. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much. As always, remember to swipe up and down or left to right to share this with your teams or with people that you feel would be interested in jumping on. My name is Jennifer Johnson, and we are discussing the law of legacy. So, it's really important to, know the legacy that you leave behind, choose who will carry it, live the legacy as you're here, and make sure that you pass the baton because you want to leave that powerful impact. You want to leave something behind. There's people that, it's sad but true, there's people that will, die and pass on a legacy, and there's people that will just die. And you don't want to be that person. You want to be that person that's going to leave long-lasting value. And, as a leader, leader's lasting value is measured by succession. Hey, from the UK. So what do you want people to, this is a funny question, actually. So what would you want people to say at your funeral? You really want to think about what kind of impact you're going to leave and how you're going to be remembered, because when you leave this world, you leave empty-handed. You leave nothing but the impression and the footprint that you had as you walked the earth. Hey, from Denmark. So, it's really the most important thing to ask yourself as a leader is, what will people say about you when you're gone? Most people never consider it, and it's not good because, if they don't, their lives and leadership can take a different direction from that of their greatest potential and impact. So if you want, your leadership to really have meaning, to take into account, you really want to take into the account this law, the law of legacy, because a leader's lasting value is measured by succession. Thank you for the hearts so much. Someone calls this, I can't remember the name, but there was a gal that calls this your life sentence, summarizing, the purpose of what goals you have in life. What is your life sentence? What do you see yourself achieving as you're here on earth? Life sentence doesn't set direction for your life, but definitely determines the legacy you will leave. And, we have a choice. We have a choice about the legacy we leave. And, we must work and be intentional with the legacy we want. So most people just accept, their life for what it is. And, they settle. You don't want to be that person. You definitely want to, live limitless and reach your full potential for sure. People, need to be proactive about how they live, especially as a leader, if you're someone who is leading by example. And a legacy lives on in people, not things. Again, when we leave this world, we're going to leave empty-handed. So don't put energy into, lifeless objects and always be about materialism or just, sometimes we think so, we could think pretty small-minded. So really just think about the bigger picture and the value that you have, that you possess, that you can pass on to other people. And that's also a rewarding thing, being giving in that way, to be able to pass on, what you've been blessed with to others. Thank you for the hearts, you guys. You're so sweet. I love it. You guys with me so far? So only people live on when we're gone. Everything else is temporary. Start with the desire to achieve. Achievement comes when you do big things by yourself. Success comes when you empower followers to do things for you. And, oh, baby girl, stay here. My daughter's trying to leave the car here. Significance comes when they develop leaders to do things with them. And legacy comes when you put leaders into place to do things without you. So, you want to make sure that you have the appropriate leaders, you've targeted the right people to have with you, to walk your journey with you, and that, knowing when you leave, think about, Steve Jobs, for example, just came to mind because he passed away. But you know what? He developed so many outstanding leaders and just this huge legacy for himself. And still today, everything runs smoothly. Apple is as strong as it's ever been because of the legacy that he left behind. So anyone can make an organization look good for a moment by launching, flashy programs, products, drawing crowds to big events. But leaders who leave a legacy, they take the long view. So definitely lead today with tomorrow in mind by making sure you invest in leaders who will carry your legacy forward, because a leader's lasting value, again, is measured by succession. So this is the law of legacy, you guys. It was a pretty short chapter, but make each day count. You're very right, Michelle. I really agree with that. And this book has just been really inspiring. For those of you who missed a few of these chapters, or maybe are just now tuning in for the first time, I suggest picking up this book, John C. Maxwell, The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. And, know that you, as mentioned in this book, you won't necessarily possess all of them, but you'll learn to target people that do possess some of these true, these true laws. So as you work together, you create the perfect leader. And I just really enjoyed sharing this book with you guys. I know Shannon and Josh did as well. And we're going to be starting a new book. Let me get to that here really quick. I took some notes on that. Abby, let's leave the car on, babe, because it's kind of hot. It's like 90 degrees here today, you guys. It's so hot. It's crazy. So this new book, you guys, that we're going to be starting, I'm excited. It's, Abby, let's leave the car on. She's trying to, suffocate us in here. It's so hot. Huh, Shannon? You know how that goes. So this next book we're going to be starting is How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. It was published in 1937, you guys, but it's just as useful today as it was back then. Having an understanding of human nature that will never be outdated. This book, you guys, every millionaire in this industry has read this book. They swear by this book. It's probably one of the first books that you should read. Carnegie believes 15% of your success, your financial success, is due to professional knowledge. 85% is the ability to express ideas, assume leadership, and bring about enthusiasm in people. So learn to deal with people so they feel important and appreciated. You want to learn to handle people without making them feel manipulated. You can make someone, oh yeah, it's going to be awesome. You can make someone want to do what you want to have them do by seeing the situation from their point of view and arousing in the other person and eager to want to learn, and how to make people like you. Win people over to your way of thinking. So this is going to be a really, really great book, you guys. Let the other person feel like the idea is his or hers. Us women know all about that, don't we, girls? We always make our husbands feel like the idea was theirs. So you're going to learn how to do this with other people and talk about your own mistakes before criticizing the other person. So, there's going to be 3 things you guys are going to learn. And yeah, it is called How to Win Friends and Influence People. How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. So there's 3 things that we're going to be learning basically, guys. There's going to be 6 ways to make people like you, 12 ways to win people to your way of thinking, 9 ways to change people without arousing resentment. So if you guys want to pick up this book, you can, but we will be, dissecting each chapter every day at 10 o'clock on Periscope. So make sure you're following me at Jennifer Johnson, at Josh Waxman 11, and Shannon Nelson here on Periscope, because we love providing you guys this value. We don't mention companies or anything like that. This is just, putting out good value into, the world and having you guys use it to your benefit. So I really, really appreciate you guys tuning in. You guys are so awesome. Go out there and crush it today. Live life limitless. Set that legacy for you. And I appreciate the hearts. You guys have a very, very blessed day. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.